Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Growing tired of knots, tangled up in problems, and not caring enough. Now I'm on a journey to find what's right, always telling the truth.
Hey, this is EAJ Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff Escow.
Doing about time.
San Diego. It's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann.
Hey, welcome to Sports World Radio. Glad everybody could be with us today. We got a jam-packed show. I'm the host, Jeff Escal. We'll get to Sean Mann in just a minute over there. We'll bring him in just a minute. We do this show each and every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. on the West. And if you live in the Central,
figure that out for yourself.
Damn Skippy. Boy, he's all over it today, ain't he? All right, you can listen to us on SportsWorldRadio.com, HonestAnswerRadio.com, Philly Beerman Radio as well. But I prefer you to go to SportsWorldRadio.com. That's the place to listen to the show. You want to hang out with us in our chat room? Head on over to Spreaker.com. That's Spreaker.com. Get yourself a free account. Type in Sports World Radio. Click the little bubble over there right above the volume, and you can hang out in our chat room with us while you're listening to us on SportsWorldRadio.com. That's right. Hey, like our Facebook page at Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. That's Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio, as well as our Twitter page, Twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. That's Twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio, or at Sports World Radio, no O in world. So it's SportsWorldradio. You want to give us a call at the show, 619-663-3715. 619-663-3715 is the number to get in touch with the show. If you have Skype, head on over to Sports World Radio. Click the little red icon on the left-hand side that says call now. You'll be directed right to the show. For Skype users only at SportsWorldRadio.com, click the little red icon on the left-hand side that says call now. That's for Skype users only. Also, please join our NFL Pro Football Pick'em group. NFL season is upon us. We want to pick teams every single week. We have a great league going on, a great group going on. I believe we got about 11 or 12 of us in the group. Plenty of spots, so head on in. You want to play? Send your emails to swrshow@gmail.com. That's swrshow@gmail.com. In the subject, just put in Pick'em. In the body, just put your name and email address, and I will shoot you the invitation to join our NFL Pick'em group. swrshow@gmail.com to join our Pick'em group. Now, with all that out of the way, what do you say, hey, we bring in the co-host of Sports World Radio, Sean Mann, the update man. What's going on, buddy?
I'm doing good, Jeff. Welcome, everybody, to Friday, August 15th, 2014. Currently, the time, 6:07 p.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 3:07 p.m. on the West. I'm doing well on a 64-degree day, cloudy, and we got rain, we got thunderstorms, and a little windy outside. But all in all, doing well, doing
64
okay.
degrees?
How are you, Jeff, and how's the weather out there with you?
You say 64 degrees?
That's right, 64 degrees. We got thunderstorms going right now, but not really bad ones.
That's what you get for living where you live.
I can take the moisture instead of having to deal with hot and heat.
It's beautiful out here. It's gorgeous. It's hot. It's sunny. It's San Diego. What do you expect, my friend?
Summer's winding down. Why not? Jeff doesn't mind how warm it is. It's always warm year-round pretty much in San Diego. So
I would rather it
be. He says it's cool.
Yeah, I would rather it be warm than cold, personally. That's just my personal opinion. I'd rather it be warm than cold. All right, so what do you got for us for the first topic today, my friend?
Okay, first story we get to, the Browns hope to name a starting quarterback on Tuesday. Jeff, you've been saying it all along, that the Browns should make the choice and go with Brian Hoyer. But, of course, it's down to two options. The Browns can look at Brian Hoyer as one or Johnny Manziel. Browns coach Mike Pettine aims to announce a starter for Cleveland September 7th opener at Pittsburgh. What do you think? I know you've talked about it, and I'm pretty sure you're saying Brian Hoyer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Brian Hoyer is starting the next preseason game. So, if Brian Hoyer doesn't start the season, they're doomed. It's just that simple. If Brian Hoyer doesn't not start the season for the Cleveland Browns are doomed. It's that simple.
It takes time for the rookie quarterbacks to know the NFL system. You think about other rookie quarterbacks all the rookie quarterbacks who have been drafted, they realize they got to learn. They're out of college. They realize, okay, we've learned everything from college. Now we have to learn to do it in the pros. On Thursday, Mike Pettine said Hoyer will start against the Redskins on Monday night, with Manziel getting snaps with the first-team offense. Pettine isn't sure how he'll divide their team time, and we'll see how the game unfolds before determining when each is on the field. His focus is making sure the, quote, reps are close to equal.
Yeah, because he wants to see how Johnny plays with the first team, and he also wants to see how Johnny does against the first-team defense. And I don't think he's going to do very well. I think he's going to get eaten up alive, in my opinion.
They have a tough choice to make, Cleveland does. They know fully well that Hoyer would be, like you said, Jeff, the wise alternative and the wise option, because then he has that experience. I think Manziel is a person who needs more work. He needs to learn the offensive system. I think Cleveland fans are making way too much of this with saying that things are great for Cleveland sports. We got our teams back. We got the main player in James back, and now all of a sudden we got Johnny Football Manziel coming to the Cleveland Browns. I wouldn't be getting my hopes up big time.
Hey, I would not be getting my freaking hopes up big time anytime soon with Cleveland. All you Cleveland fans who think that Johnny Manziel is going to take you to the promised land, you're freaking crazy.
And not according to what Skip Bayless said. Skip Bayless continues to believe that the Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys will match up in this year's upcoming Super Bowl.
Come on. Come on, man. Really? You're crazy. You're crazy.
Jeff would like to have a piece of Skip Bayless, I can tell.
When was the last time? I'm going to put this out there. When was the last time a rookie quarterback took their team to the Super Bowl?
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Exactly. Tom Brady didn't do it.
Nope.
Peyton Manning didn't do it.
Nope.
Eli Manning didn't do it. Colin Kaepernick didn't do it.
Brett Favre has never done it. Dan Marino never did it. So it's very, very hard for a quarterback.
Did Joe Montana do it?
That's something the encyclopedia
Did
man
Steve
would have
Young
to look
do
up.
it?
I'm sure he did not.
Hey, Josh, do me a favor. Go find out when the last time, or if it has ever happened, a rookie quarterback has taken their team to the Super Bowl. Because if it's never happened, what makes you think Johnny Manziel is going to be the one to do it? If Peyton Manning couldn't do it, Tom Brady didn't do it, Brett Favre didn't do it, Aaron Rodgers didn't do it, Roethlisberger didn't do it, Phil Simms didn't do it, Joe Montana didn't do it, Steve Young didn't do it, Troy Aikman didn't do it, Danny White didn't do it, Roger Staubach didn't do it. If none of those quarterbacks did it, what makes you think Johnny Manziel's going to do it?
That is so true, Jeff, because think about it. You realize fully well that the Browns are going to be rebuilding again this year. Remember, we made our picks. We said Cleveland will not be a contending team this year.
If none of those quarterbacks did it, Skip Bayless, what makes you think Johnny Manziel can do it? And most of and pretty much all of those quarterbacks I named are either in the Hall of Fame or will be in the Hall of Fame. Johnny Manziel is not a Hall of Fame quarterback.
No.
So what makes you think he's going to do it? If some of the biggest quarterbacks of all time didn't do it, and they were on better teams, what makes you think Johnny Manziel is going to do it? While no true rookie quarterback has ever reached the Super Bowl, 2 first-year starting quarterbacks have taken their teams all the way and won Super Bowls their first years as starters. The feat was first accomplished by Kurt Warner as St. Louis Rams, followed by Tom Brady of the New England Patriots. But they weren't rookie quarterbacks. That's the difference. They weren't rookie quarterbacks. That's the difference. Johnny Manziel is a rookie quarterback. And correct me if I'm wrong, Skip Bayless says that Johnny Manziel is going to take the Cleveland Browns to the Super Bowl this year, right?
That's what he's predicting. He says it'll be a Dallas-Cleveland Super Bowl.
So, with that being said, under Skip Bayless's rules, Johnny Manziel's a rookie quarterback. It's never happened, you jackass. So what makes you think Johnny Manziel can do it?
He probably says, because I know a lot my sports very well, and I know how to make my
You're
predictions.
wrong. You are 100% wrong. Because when Johnny Manziel breaks his leg because he's running around like a chicken without his head, I'm going to say, I told you so. And I can't wait to say it. And on that note, we're going to run to a commercial break. Our first commercial break of the day. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Showman on
Sports World Radio.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow new way to workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, welcome back to Sports World Radio. I mean, Sean and I, when we went to break, just kept the conversation going. Jeff Escow, Showman here, SportsWorldRadio.com and Sports World Radio. Thank you for listening to us. We do this show each and every Monday through Friday. We kept the conversation going on hold there when we were off the air. And Sean said something very interesting. He said, what if And you know what I think about the word if. But what if Skip Bayless is right and it happens? And Cleveland and Dallas are in the Super Bowl.
And then he says, ha ha, I told you so. What are you all going to say about that?
Okay, Mr. Bayless, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and let's see where you do the same. Okay? I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is because I know it's not going to happen. If you are 100% positive, I want to hear the bet. Here's the bet. Here is the bet, Skip Bayless. If you are 100% positive that the Cleveland Browns are going to face the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl, if that happens, Sports World Radio will be no more. I won't do a show no more because I will be disgusted that you were right and I was wrong. So I will never do Sports World Radio again. We'll close the doors.
If you win the bet?
If I win the bet, you have to come on my radio show on Sports World Radio and say you were wrong.
I have a tremendous idea for that bet. Are you going to say that on the I Hate Skip Bayless? To send that to Mike and Mike? Are you going to say that?
That's right.
Wow. I can't
Skip
wait
Bayless, Skip Bayless, if the Cowboys and the Browns make the Super Bowl, Sports World Radio will be no more. We'll close up the shop. If the Cowboys in Cleveland do not make the Super Bowl, I want you on my radio show saying that you were wrong. And I was saying that you were wrong, and I, Jeff Escow, was right. And I want you also to say, Jeff Escow, you are a better man than I am.
Ooh, I can see that happening.
Bring it, Skip Bayless. If you are so positive, 100% positive, bring it on. I'm throwing a bet. I'm throwing the gauntlet to you. The ball is now in your court, Mr. Skip Bayless.
I can't wait to see this. So you're going to send that as a Twitter on Mike and Mike in the morning. Wow.
I'm going to send it right to him personally from Sports World Radio. I'm going to send it to him on his personal Twitter. I'm going to say, if you're 100% sure that the Browns and Cowboys are going to make the Super Bowl, I want to bet you on it. A gentleman's bet. If I lose, I will shut down Sports World Radio. If you lose, you come on my show and tell me that you were wrong and that I was right and that I'm a better, smarter man than you. Put your money where your mouth is, big shot. I am. I always do. You never do. And quit saying my team this, my Cleveland Browns, my You didn't play football for them. You don't own them. You're not even a paying fan of them. So don't give me none of that crap. My team this, my team that. They're not your team.
He probably would come up and say, well, I am a fan of those teams.
That's
I guess
better.
I have every right to say my team team that, nanner.
Do you sit in the fan? Do you sit in the stands or do you sit in the press box?
I'm sure he would probably sit in the press box.
Then you are not a fan because you don't pay. You are not a fan. That's simple. Once you sit in the press box, you're a media. You're not a fan. Don't give me none of that crap, Skip Bayless. I don't want to hear it because you're wrong, Skip, and you know it.
My team this, my team that, blah, blah, blah.
Is that? I hate that. I can't stand. You know what? I have the right to say my New York Knicks, but you know what? Do I? No. I've been a New York Knicks.
I can say Boston Red Sox or New England Patriots, not mine.
You actually every once in a while sneak out there. Red Sox.
I know. Every once in a while, I'm working on it though.
You sneak it out there. Every once in a while, my Red Sox. Screw your Red Sox. I never say.
I can probably say that after what.
I never say my New York Knicks.
That's
or my Knicks, right? I always say the New York Knicks. You know why? Because I don't own them. They're not mine.
And you're just a fan.
Yes, I've been to games. Yes, I've been to games. I've been to in Madison Square Garden at many Knicks games growing up. I could say my New York Knicks, but I don't. I say the New York Knicks. Just like I say the Boston Celtics. Or just like I say the New York Yankees. Or just like I say the San Diego Padres. Or just like I say the San Diego Chargers. I don't say my. You don't own them. You know what? Steve Ballmer can say my Los Angeles Clippers. You know why? Because he is the owner. That's why. He can say it. You cannot. Ridiculous. So Skip Bayless, the ball is now in your court. If you are 100% positive that the Browns and the Cowboys are going to be in the Super Bowl, I'm throwing a bet to you. If the Browns and Cowboys make the Super Bowl, I will close down Sports World Radio. But if they don't, like I think they won't, like I know they won't, then you have to come on Sports World Radio and apologize and tell my fans that I am a better sports person than you. Done. Bring it, Skip. What do you got for me next, buddy?
The next story that we get to, last night the NFL preseason went on. The Jacksonville Jaguars, Bortis, they were sharp against the Eagles. They were up 19-7. I thought they are going to probably hang on and win that. And then the Bears come back and they score 14 unanswered points to take the game 20-19. Jeff, you have the Bears looking really, really good this year. You have the Bears picked to win the NFC North. Jacksonville drops to 1-1. What do you think out of both of these teams? What do you expect from Jacksonville and the Bears?
Did you watch any of the game?
I watched a little bit of it. It was 19-7 Jacksonville.
I saw about 30 seconds of the game. That was about it.
I just don't really care that much.
I don't
in
care for
regards to
preseason. Yeah, I don't care for preseason, so I don't watch it. I don't care for preseason for my New York Giants. Oh, I just said it. I'm sorry there, Skip. I did that on purpose. You know I did that on purpose. I don't watch Charger preseason. Like the Chargers are on tonight. I'll probably watch maybe the first minute or two, and that's about it. And then I'm done with it. I won't watch it. In fact, I probably won't watch it because I think it starts at 7 o'clock here, and I watch something else at 7. So I probably won't even watch it tonight. I don't care about preseason. I could give a rat's patooey about preseason.
I don't care for it much myself either. It goes on till late August, August 28th. Just too long when you think about 4 or 5 preseason games in the NFL. They need to shorten it.
It means
Maybe
nothing.
Just get rid of a couple games.
They're not going to do that, Sean, because the owners make all the money during preseason. They're never going to do that. The owners make all the money during preseason. They're never going to do that.
What matters is when our show starts on Thursday, September 4th, and we'll be talking about the first regular season game of the season, and that's when Green Bay will be playing Seattle. And, of course, I'm already in your Pick'em League, and I know everybody else. Hopefully we'll get some more people in our NFL football Pick'em.
Yeah, if you want to join our NFL Pro Football Pick'em group, send your emails to swrshow@gmail.com. In the subject, just put in Pick'em. In the body, just put your name and your email address, and I'll send you the invitation to join our NFL Pro Football Pick'em group. Email to swr@gmail.com. All right. So I don't care about preseason. I could care less about it. I'm waiting for the regular season to start. Hey, did you hear about Dwayne Bowe of the Kansas City Chiefs?
No, I did not hear about Dwayne Bowe of the Kansas City Chiefs.
He was suspended for the season opener against the Tennessee Titans today for violating the NFL substance abuse policy. Check this out. This is from Dave Scoretta of AP Sports. The AP Sports writer, Dave Scoretta. Bowe was pulled over for speeding in Kansas City suburb on November 10th and was arrested after police found a black bag containing his wallet, driver's license, and 2 containers of suspected marijuana. He later pleaded guilty to amended charges of defective equipment and littering, and his attorney said there was no admission of guilt for marijuana charge, which was dismissed. Okay? So how does he get suspended for one game for violating the NFL substance abuse policy if he wasn't arrested for marijuana?
That is bizarre.
Does that make any sense?
That's bizarre, bewildering, and it does not certainly make sense there, Jeff.
Okay, I'm going to read that again. Okay? Bo was pulled over for speeding in a Kansas City suburb on November 10th. November 10th. And it's August, so this happened last November. And was arrested after police found a black bag containing his wallet, driver's license, and 2 containers of suspected marijuana. He later pleaded guilty to an amended charges of defective equipment and littering. And his attorney said there was no admission of guilt for the marijuana charge, which was dismissed. So unless he pissed and got busted that way, how is he being suspended for one game for violating the NFL substance abuse policy? Does that make any sense?
That doesn't make any sense at all, and that's really strange.
It is, isn't it?
Sure is. On that note, we're going to run to our second commercial break. When we come back, more sports talk on Sports World Radio.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann. We do the show each and every Monday through Friday right here in SportsWorldRadio.com, 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. on the West. And if you live in the Central?
Figure that out for yourself.
Yeah, and if they haven't been able to figure it out for themselves by now, we got a problem.
Serious problem.
Right?
Serious problem indeed.
Serious problem, boys and girls. All right, so before we went to break, we were talking about Mr. Dwayne Bowe
Of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Of the Kansas City Chiefs being suspended for his first game for marijuana, but he wasn't arrested for marijuana. I don't get it.
Don't get it either. It's a very strange story from the NFL. Here's another story, Jeff. You ready to go? NCAA college football. Notre Dame continues their investigation. 4 Notre Dame players will not be allowed to participate in football activities as the university continues an internal investigation into academic misconduct. The school announced Friday.
Oops.
Notre Dame said in the statement that there was, quote, evidence that students had submitted papers and homework that had been written for them by others. That evidence was reported to the athletes' compliance office on July 29th, and an immediate investigation was launched. The NCAA was notified Friday.
Oops.
They had the list of the 4 players: starting wide receiver Devarius Daniels, defensive back Calvary Russell, defensive lineman that's a tough one to say.
You know something?
Mr. Williams.
You know something?
And reserve linebacker Kendall Moore.
You know something? When hey, football players, when you have somebody else do your homework for you,
busted.
Rewrite it so it's in your own words. Get it, and don't just turn it in because they know you don't write like that. Read it and then write it the way you normally write it. Then you normally write your papers. Just change some of the words around to fit you. How hard is that?
Be creative and not have other people do your schoolwork for you.
Well, if you're going to do it, if you're going to do that, then just, when you get it from them, just rewrite it to make it your own so it doesn't look like somebody wrote it for you, because I bet you that's exactly how it happened. They just handed it in without rewriting it and putting their own little turn on it. You know what I mean?
Yep. Kendall Moore were the players involved, along with some non-student athletes, a source told ESPN. The university said the players will be held out of practice and games until the ongoing investigation is completed. A 6 p.m. Eastern Time news conference was scheduled
Yeah,
at
it
Notre
just went
Dame.
off. Yeah, I was sitting here watching it while we were doing the show.
Quote, integrity is at the heart of our mission, and academic misconduct will not be tolerated at Notre Dame. Reverend John I. Jenkins, the university president, said in a statement posted on the school's website, quote, if the suspected improprieties are proven, we will use the experience to reinforce among our students the importance of honesty in all that they do.
Yeah, they're in a little bit of a trouble.
Notre Dame University is in trouble, and that was a bad mistake.
Yeah, Notre Dame is in a little bit of trouble. Hey, I want to ask you a question. Do you remember the quarterback for the Detroit Lions, Scott Mitchell?
I remember Scott Mitchell. Heard of him? Yes.
You heard of Scott Mitchell, right? Remember he played?
Yeah, he used to play with Bobby Ross and also with Barry Sanders.
You remember that? Do you remember? You might not remember another former Lions offensive lineman, Damian Woody.
I've heard of Damian
You've
Woody.
heard of
yes.
Damian Woody, right? Okay.
Yep.
So Damian Woody and Scott Mitchell are going on the TV show The Biggest Loser. You ever seen the TV show The Biggest Loser?
No, I have not.
Do you know what the TV show The Biggest Loser is about?
Nope.
You have no idea, huh?
Nope.
Okay. To put it in really short terms, The Biggest Loser is where heavy-set, obese people who lost control of them and they're very heavy-set and obese go to lose weight. And the last one standing wins money. Do you know how much Scott Mitchell weighs right now?
I have no clue.
He weighs 366 pounds. When he played quarterback, he was 6'6", 240. He's 366.
366 pounds.
He's a huge dude. Hey, there's a picture of him there. He's a huge guy. So he's going there. And Damian Woody is 388 pounds.
Good grief.
So they're going on The Biggest Loser. It's starting, I believe, next month. You'll have two ex-NFL players on The Biggest Loser. You believe that? Freaking Scott Mitchell. When he was the quarterback, he weighed 240. Now he's 6'6", weighs 366. He's a monster, man. He looks huge. He's going to go in there and try and lose some weight. That's pretty wacky, huh?
Pretty wacky and pretty nuts.
Hey, I got another question for you. And this is for everybody hanging out in the chat room and all that, too. Who do you think, and this is for you, too, there, Mr. Skip Bayless, because I know you won't know this. Because you'll say somebody and you'll be wrong. I know you will. Without looking it up, who's the highest paid quarterback in the NFL for 2014?
Highest paid quarterback for 2014.
Come on.
Oh. Andy Dalton?
No. I'll tell you, it's not going to be anybody you think it's going to be. Andy Dalton just signed his big contract, right?
He signed, what was it, a 6-year extension for $115 million.
Do you know how much he's making this year?
No.
$986,000.
I believe it.
That's not a lot of money, is it?
Not a lot.
He's making $986,000 this year, Andy Dalton. Who do you think's the highest paid quarterback? And I can almost guarantee you it's not who you think it is. Because I had to look over this 3 times to make sure I was right.
I'm not even going to look it up. I'm not really sure.
and Lopez, don't look it up either there, Mr. Producer. Off the top of your head. Okay, the Super Bowl quarterback, Russell Wilson, you know how much money he's making?
How much?
$662,000.
Not very much.
Not very much, and he just came off a Super Bowl win, didn't he?
That he did.
Okay, and that's how much he's making this year. That's peanuts, right? Colin Kaepernick, $645,000. That's all because they're still under their rookie contracts. Those teams are going to be hurting when they got to pay him. Come on, who do you think's making the most money this year?
I can't think of it. I'm not really sure who's making the most money this year.
E.J. Manuel from Buffalo, he's making $808,000 this year.
You really got me going on this one, Jeff. I'm not really sure.
Johnny Manziel.
Encyclopedia Man answers Jay Cutler.
Yeah, he probably went and looked it up. That's why it took him so long.
I didn't even look it up. I was trying to think your question through.
It is Jay Cutler. He's the most paid. He's the highest paid quarterback in the 2014 season. And I'll tell you something. By at least $2 million is his closest person. How about that?
He goes, Encyclopedia Man says, nope, I guess I'm getting set up to come on the show.
Oh, okay. Jay Cutler. You know how much Cutler's making?
How much?
$17.5 million this year.
The Bears got to be blessed that they got a really good quarterback and a good deal to get Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler's making $17.5 million in 2014-2015 season. Tony Romo? $1 million. Peyton Manning? Guess how much Peyton's getting?
$2 million?
Peyton's getting $15 million.
$13 million off.
Yeah. Peyton Manning's getting $15 million. Jay Cutler's getting $17.5. Huh? Here's a great one. Guess how much Aaron Rodgers is making?
$9 million?
Well, you had the 9 part right. It's $900,000.
Ah, shoot.
That's what he's making. Aaron Rodgers is making $900,000 this year. He ain't even making $1 million.
At least he paid off his bets.
Ryan Fitzpatrick of the Houston Texans, he's making $1.75 million. He's making more than Rodgers. Andrew Luck, he's making $2.39. He's making more than Aaron Rodgers. Chad Henne of the Jacksonville Jaguars, he's making $1.5. He's making more than Aaron Rodgers. Alex Smith of the Kansas City Chiefs, he's making $7.5 million. He's making more than Aaron Rodgers. Matt Castle is making $2.5 million. He's making more than Aaron Rodgers. How crazy is that?
Very crazy.
Geno Smith, $663,000. Matt Schaub of the Oakland Raiders is making $4.5 million. More than Aaron Rodgers. Nick Foles is only getting $615 million. Drew Brees is getting $2 million. I'm sorry. Drew Brees is getting $10.5 million. Tom Brady's getting $2 million. You're only paying Tom Brady $2 million?
Yeah, $2 million.
Phillip Rivers is getting $13.8 million. Eli Manning's getting $15.1 million. So between the Mannings, they're making $30 million bucks.
Crazy.
A year. Or at least this year alone. Sam Bradford, he's getting $14 million. How crazy is some of this stuff? You know?
Quarterbacks will take whatever money is given to them. That's how
crazy.
It goes.
Hey, we're going to it's time for our first update. We're going to run to our first update. This update is brought to you by shirtshopper.net. NFL season is here. We're talking about it. Head on over to shirtshopper.net. Take your cursor, put it over the sports tab all the way over to the right. Drop down box will come. Click on NFL. Pick your NFL team and get your NFL shirt today at shirtshopper.net. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the first update of the day.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. We are at 46 minutes past the hour on this Friday, the 15th of August, 2014. We're going to start in Major League Baseball. Here are the games that we got coming up on this big Friday night in the MLB. Starting in the American League, you got the Orioles taking on the Indians. Almost said Yankees, but it's the Orioles taking on the Indians. Baltimore is leading that AL East by 5.5 games over the Toronto Blue Jays, looking to wrap up their division title for the first time since all the way back in 1997. The Seattle Mariners are a red-hot team. They're playing the Detroit Tigers in a crucial weekend series down in the Motor City. If you got to keep this in mind, Seattle's trying to end a 13-year playoff drought. They haven't been in the playoffs since 2001 when they had the most wins in all of baseball. They're battling a Detroit Tigers team that's on a little bit of a slump. The Astros at the Red Sox. Red Sox playing good ball of late. They're 6-3 in their last 9 games. Need a miracle if they were able to get that second wild card spot. Another team that's battling it out for the wild card, but it's right with them. Another big series in the AL East. The Yankees taking on the Rays. Right now, the Yankees, of course, trailing by 4 games in that second wild card spot to the Detroit Tigers. Angels at Rangers. The Angels, of course, are leading the number 1 wild card spot over the Royals, the Tigers. There's a bunch of teams they are ahead of in that AL wild card, the number for that seed. It's taking on the Texas Rangers tonight, and they are actually 3 games behind the Oakland Athletics for the best record in baseball and for the American League West Division. Another big game, Blue Jays taking on the White Sox. Blue Jays trying to hang on for their wild card hopes. And the team that has been playing red-hot baseball of late, that would be the Kansas City Royals. They're taking on the Minnesota Twins. Royals lead the American League Central. Pirates at Nationals, Cubs at Mets, Diamondbacks at Marlins, Athletics interleague play taking on the Braves tonight, Padres at the Cardinals, Reds at the Rockies, Brewers at the Dodgers, and the Phillies taking on the Giants. In the NFL, there are 4 games tonight for the NFL preseason. Here they are. NFL Network tonight has the Eagles taking on the Patriots. It's the doubleheader tonight, by the way. Titans at the Saints, Lions at the Raiders. And then the second game, concluding the Eagles and the Patriots, it'll be the Chargers taking on the Seattle Seahawks, the defending Super Bowl champions. That is our update for Sports World Radio. When we come back, we got more sports talk. This update was brought to you by ShirtShopper.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. I'm the host, Jeff Escow. Alongside me, the co-host of Sports World Radio, your good friend and mine, Sean Mann, the update man. All right, buddy, what do you got for me next?
All right, Jeff, 52 minutes past the hour on this Friday, the 15th of August, 2014. The next story we get to, we move to Major League Baseball. Bud Selig does not have long as MLB commissioner. Baseball has decided to name Rob Manfred as the 10th commissioner Thursday. That's what they said, and it'll be in January that he will be stepping in and taking over for Bud Selig.
Yeah, January 25th, I believe it is. Mr. Manfred. Mr. Manfred will be the commissioner. I hope he reinstates Pete Rose so Pete Rose can go into the Hall of Fame. Because he deserves to be in it.
This is a big poll question that they had on ESPN, but we could also use this for Sports World Radio too. Which of these is the biggest issue facing MLB under new commissioner Rob Manfred? Game length, future of the Rays and A's, instant replay improvement, expansion, or the handling of performance-enhancing drugs? That's a good question. And what do you think, Jeff?
They need to reinstate Pete Rose.
First, so you're saying first, reinstate Pete Rose, and then I'd say number 2, the big issue there out of this poll question would be the game length. Maybe that would be another idea too.
Game length, and and you know something? In the Padres game last night, the umpires blew it. The umpire behind home plate specifically, and I wish I could remember his name, blew it because he called a foul tip on a ball that was clearly swung at and missed, and it changed the whole outcome of the game. They also blew another call at second base in the same inning.
I can respect the fact that Major League Baseball has made, even though they blew some calls, the umpiring, and of course,
and
they're not
because balls
perfect,
and
we all make
strikes,
mistakes. At least they've been making improvements with instant replay.
and because
They
balls and
screwed up.
strikes are not reviewable, they couldn't change the call, and it was clearly, you could see it on the instant replay, clearly the bat never, ever, ever touched the ball, and the umpire called a foul tip, and he couldn't even see it because it was down on the ground. So you could, if they were able to go check the instant replay, they would have been able to make the right call. And then they screwed up a call at second base, which the instant replay showed that they screwed up, and they didn't reverse the call. They kept it the same. I do not know what's going on. The first thing I want him to do as a commissioner is make all these referees go to freaking back to umpiring school, because they're blowing a lot of calls, these umpires. A lot of calls. And it's interfering with the outcome of the game.
So Rob Manfred has to address that issue too, Jeff, that you're saying. Of course, this was a big decision. He will be inaugurated as the MLB commissioner, and you were correct, Jeff, January 25th. He takes over for Bud Selig, who has been commissioner of Major League Baseball since 1998.
Did you hear that, Bud Selig? Oh. Did you hear that there, Skip Bayless? Did you hear that? Sean said, yes, you are correct, Jeff. He's going to say that again to you when the Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys do not make the Super Bowl.
You have a bet on the line with Skip Bayless. I
can guarantee you that rat bastard ain't going to accept it because he's got no cojones.
What if he said, hey, Mr. Escow, I'll take you on with that bet, and when that happens and I'm right, too bad that Sports World Radio will be shut down, because then you'll say, I am the master of predictions and I know how to call stuff unlike other people.
No, you
That's
don't.
Right, I would say.
No, you don't, Skip Bayless. Everything you say is wrong.
Manfred beat out Boston Red Sox chairman Tom Warner in the first contested vote for a new commissioner in 46 years. The third candidate, MLB Executive Vice President of Business Tim Brosnan,
but
dropped
he backed out
just before the start of balloting.
Yeah, he dropped out because he didn't have the cojones to go through that aggravation. I don't kind of blame him, to tell you the truth.
And maybe Rob Manfred can do another thing. He can get rid of the All-Star rule, and he can get rid of the extra wild card.
Well, they also need to shorten the game because it's way too long. And you know the other problem they have? Because the game's too long, and not only that, a lot of the young people don't watch baseball no more. A lot of young people, a lot of the kids don't watch baseball, don't play baseball. So you're losing a lot of the young fans. Baseball's in deep trouble if they don't recognize this and figure this out. They're losing their young fan base badly.
And that makes the ratings really, really bad, too.
Yeah. The average baseball fan, the average age of the baseball fan now is between 35 and 65. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So what that's telling me is you're losing your baseball fans. They're dying off. You got to get the younger fans. You got to get the kids, the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds. You got to get those kids early. Otherwise, you're going to have a big problem on your hands, baseball. Big, big problem on your fans, Major League Baseball. They need to quicken the game. They need to get the younger fans somehow back on it. Because these young people nowadays, they're watching soccer and playing soccer and playing lacrosse and doing anything but playing baseball. And the younger fans aren't watching it because they could do other things, because it takes so long. They could play on their iPods and do this and do that and do this and do that. They're not watching the game. You're missing out, Major League Baseball. Figure it out quickly, because your fans are dying off. It's a bad thing to say, and it's a sad thing to say, but it's the truth. And I ain't getting suspended for saying it.
With Bud Selig leaving, here's how his resume has gone out. He's led baseball since September 1992, first as chairman of the Sports Executive Council following Fay Vincent's forced resignation, then as commissioner since July 1998. After announcing his intention to retire many times only to change his mind, he said last September that he really, truly planned to leave in January 2015. One baseball executive who attended the meeting, speaking on condition of autonomy, or whatever you call it, to the Associated Press because details of the 4.5-hour session were not to be divulged, said Manfred, was elected on approximately the 6th ballot. The initial vote was 20-10 for Manfred, 3 short of the required 3/4 majority.
Yeah, but then it finally became a 30-0 vote.
So Rob Manfred, who is 55 years old, taking over for the 80-year-old Bud Selig starting on January 25th of next year.
Beautiful. I'm looking at the I know we're talking NFL, but I'm looking at the MLB standings right now because I wanted to keep my eye on Pittsburgh. You know me.
Yeah, and we have reached the top of the hour. It is 7 p.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 4 p.m. on the West. When we come back from our commercial break, we will bring in the Encyclopedia Man, Joshi Lopez. He'll be giving up some updates on some sports and stuff.
The producer himself is finally going to make an appearance on Sports World Radio. You listen to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, and now the producer of Sports World Radio himself, Josh Lopez. What's going on, buddy?
What's going on, guys? How's things going out there in San Diego?
It's hot, man.
It's like a sauna?
Yeah, it's kind of like a sauna today, but, it's getting warmer in the studio. So I bet you it's hotter in the studio than it is outside right now.
Hey, Sean, is your dad preparing the snowblower?
Leave that out of here. It's 61 degrees, and cloudy and damp and wet. You
Must be.
bastard. What
He
the
must
hell?
be.
Yeah, but you're still gonna make him clean the snow, aren't you?
Yeah, of course he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, well, he deserves it. Yeah, he deserves it. So
What do
that's
you mean?
fine.
He,
I can deserve that.
wait. What do you mean he deserves it?
You're the rat bastard of the week now.
No, I'm not. I've already been the rat bastard of the week. Stuff it. You know
What do
who
you
should be
mean?
the rat bastard of the week? Probably Skip Bayless for making all these predictions.
What do you mean? What do you mean he deserves it?
He knows I'd be kidding with him.
Your father deserves to be shoveling the driveway when you're sitting in the house all cozy and warm? No, I don't think so.
Enjoying some nice hot chocolate or some hot apple cider. I'll drink to that with my Sprite, yeah?
No. You should be out there shoveling the driveway while your father's in the house being
crying
nice
out
and cozy
loud.
and warm. What the hell's the matter with you? You can give your dad a heart attack while he's shoveling the driveway, for Jiminy Cricket's sakes.
Yeah, you could get ammonia.
He can afford it. He can dress warm and he'll be all right. Jeez,
Wait, what do
I
you
can
mean?
Go do my part and shovel someplace else.
What do you mean he can afford a heart attack? Get out of
I
here!
have to say he can afford blowing the snow.
You can't afford a heart attack. Nobody can.
No. I'm just saying that he can afford to blow the snow when I'm out shoveling the snow somewhere else.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Is your dad using a snowblower or a shovel?
Hey, Jeff, you know if Sean's a Patriots fan, they take the easy way out.
Hey, is your dad using a snowblower or is he using a shovel, Sean?
He's using a snow blower.
Oh,
when the
now I
blizzards come.
now I understand, because he doesn't want you using the snowblower because you might hurt yourself.
Yeah, the snow's gonna go all over Sean's 16 million chins.
Not only that, Sean might cover his dad's car in snow with the snowblower by accident.
Yep.
Oh, ha.
Now I understand.
Ruin the Volkswagen or ruin a car or something
Right.
like
So
that.
your
There
dad uses the snowblower on the driveway and he makes you shovel the sidewalk.
Well, we go.
Right.
We go big. I won't have to worry about shoveling snow wherever the heck we're gonna go big with.
Well, no, I'm going to make you shovel the snow.
What?
It's right. I'm going to make you, wherever we are, I'm going to make you fly back to where your dad is and shovel the snow.
That wouldn't be a problem.
You're gonna ruin the potatoes.
That's right.
It's gonna ruin the potatoes. All right, then, Encyclopedia Man, make sure you start shoveling snow too wherever we go, wherever we are.
Hey, I live in a condo. I don't need to shovel snow.
Get off your butt and do something about it.
Dude, your dad's half as old as you are. You're making him shovel the snow.
This doesn't have anything
Don't give me that
to do.
crap, you rat bastard.
No. All right, then better yet, Josh, you can come over here to Idaho and you can blow the snow or you can shovel the snow and maybe we'll pay you a penny or something.
A penny?
There's nothing to do in Idaho. I'll just go there and fall asleep.
There's only two things to do in Idaho: pick potatoes and shovel snow.
Wait a minute, there's the lake. I went swimming at the lake and I had fun when I went to the lake. That's something.
Well, you
there's
can't-
bowling. There's all
And,
kinds of stuff.
and all the girls there are probably fat like the ones in Sacramento.
Oh my goodness! Can't believe that.
Hey, Josh, you're getting ready to put their winter clothes on too, so you won't know that they're fat.
Oh yeah, and we're rocking in a winter wonderland.
Hey, Jeff, it is windy here in Chicago if you wanted to know.
It's always windy in Chicago. I don't care when it is, man. I don't care if it's the middle of the freaking summer or the middle of the freaking winter. It's always windy in Chicago.
Yeah. We get snow in May.
See? We don't get snow. That's why I like
Yeah.
living in San Diego.
Anyway, I was going to ask you for another story here, Encyclopedia Man. Your thoughts on the Kansas City Royals, American League Central. I know you're the big White Sox fan. Are you surprised to see them at 66 and 54?
It's a good baseball story. I mean, anybody besides Detroit Tigers I'm fine with, to be honest with you.
Anybody
Jeff?
but the Detroit Tigers he's fine with.
And Jeff, you got to be excited too. You used to live in Kansas City, and I know you got some buddies in Kansas City. They're probably talking with you a lot about how big this is. And the big
kinda
question
like
is,
it.
can the Royals hang on? Will they not fold and give up like they did last year, despite the fact they had an 85 and 77 record last year?
Well, so far, so good. They haven't folded yet. So we'll see what happens, you know?
It would be a big story for baseball. The Royals make the playoffs. They end the 29-year drought where they haven't even been in the postseason, so it'd be a good thing. And yeah, Encyclopedia Man, I can kind of get your point about Detroit maybe not being there. The question I think that's getting to be a problem for them is Justin Verlander. I don't think he's returning to the Justin Verlander we've seen for the last few years.
They're like the Cowboys. I mean, you get them in a situation where you think they're about to win a championship and then they crumble. I mean, it says in the track record. I mean, Justin Verlander is nothing more than the Tony Romo of the baseball.
Oh
if he doesn't get his act together, they'll miss it. Jeff?
Oh my God! Yeah, but but Justin Verlander's girlfriend's hotter.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
And the American League East, Encyclopedia Man, what's your thoughts about that? Baltimore, another big story, a chance to win, Jeff and Encyclopedia Man. Division title since 1997.
I think Jeff's prediction is going to be right. I'm going to go with them. Both Boston and New York will not make the playoffs this year. With that, so you got Toronto and Baltimore still fighting. I know Tampa Bay is making a late surge to get back in the race. I'm going to ride with Baltimore. I know they've been dealing with a couple of injuries over the last couple of weeks, but I'm still going to go with their bullpen and also their starting staff to have them leap over the Blue Jays in the East.
Buck Showalter's done an incredible job with that team, and you know darn well he was disappointed that they didn't make the postseason last year's, despite the fact they went 93-69 in 2012. They took the Yankees to 5 games in that American League Divisional Series 2 years ago. For them to turn this thing around, amazing accomplishment by Buck Showalter. And he knows darn well he wants to keep both the Red Sox and the Yankees out of the playoffs. And you know what? I'm going to agree with you both, too. I'm a Red Sox fan, but I got to speak as an honest fan. Red Sox will not make the playoffs, and the Yankees will not make the playoffs, which would be first time since 93, because from 95 to 2013, 18 straight years, it's always been Red Sox, Yankees, Red Sox, Yankees in the postseason.
You know, it's interesting, Jeffy, you're saying that Justin Verlander's girl is hotter. She got nothing on Ashley from Legends House.
Jeff? No, we're.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Say that again, Josh.
Yeah, I was saying that girl. What's her name? Something Hudson or whatever. She got nothing on Ashley from Legends House.
Who? Kate Hudson?
Yeah.
Kate Hudson or Kate Upton?
Kate Upton. My bad.
Kate Upton's got nothing on who from House?
Ashley from Legends House.
I don't know. Yeah, oh yeah, you're right. No. Kate Upton.
Yeah.
Justin Verlander may have a wonderful girlfriend there, but just make sure you don't go to Yankee Stadium and you don't wear your gear.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
you'll be in
they'll
trouble.
kick you out of the stadium.
Correct. Otherwise, you'd be in major trouble over there.
Encyclopedia Man, you would probably hate that, saying, "No, I'm a White Sox fan. Let me wear my gear here in the Yankee Stadium."
I'm wearing a White Sox T-shirt right now, actually. I was wearing my Knicks shirt in case we weren't going to do a show. We got a bad trend of me wearing the Knicks shirt and then we don't doing the show, so the bad luck stopped today.
Encyclopedia Man, I thought you put your White Sox gear away, just like me.
Nah, at least I'm honest when my teams suck.
Ooh!
Your team does suck.
That's terrible.
Just like the New England Cheaters will not make the playoffs this year.
Oh, so you're already saying the Patriots won't make the playoffs?
Who the hell in the
we'll see about that when we get to the AFC East.
Who the hell in the AFC
week.
East is going to freaking be better than the Patriots and win that division? Nobody. Come on, really? Buffalo, Miami, the Jets? Come on, really?
No, I'll go with the Dolphins, actually.
You're crazy.
Hey, I'm stating facts.
You're crazy.
I know my football.
We're going to be doing all of that
just
on
like
Monday.
the guy who picked the 49ers to go 6-10. Joshy,
They're overrated. Half of their stars on their defense are out with injuries or being suspended.
You are so
and what else
full of it, Jeff. What do you say about
Quan Bolden is old with no legs. Colin Kaepernick is barely an average quarterback without him running. And before you know it, he gets cracked by somebody. And then what else are they going to do? Well, they're going to have Colt McCoy lead them to the Super Bowl? Come on, man.
Jeff, what do you say about this? Encyclopedia Man saying the 49ers are overrated and they won't make the playoffs and be 6-10.
I kind of agree with him a little bit. I don't think they're gonna be 6-10. I think they're gonna be a little better than that.
What happens, Encyclopedia Man, when you're wrong and the 49ers actually make the playoffs?
They can make the wild card all they want. That doesn't mean they're going to make it to the Super Bowl.
It's been 20 years.
I mean, look at when Carolina was 7-9 and they made the playoffs and they beat the Saints. I mean, just because you have a losing record doesn't mean you can't make the playoffs.
Jeff was upset about that a few years ago. You remember, Jeff? Seattle Seahawks went 7-9. They won the wild card game. They played the Bears in the division, and he was like saying, there won't be any more Sports World Radio if the Bears do not take.
No, they beat the Saints, Sean, not the Bears.
That's because the freaking Giants were 9-7 and didn't make the freaking playoffs. That's why. That's why. Hey, we're gonna run to a commercial break. You're listening to. Hey, we're gonna run to a commercial break. You're listening to Jeff Escal, Showman, and Josh Lopez on
Sports World Radio.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow new way to workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escal, Showman, and the producer of the show, Josh Lopez, on the phones with us today. And Josh is a big WWE guy, and I'm a big WWE guy, and there's a big WWE pay-per-view event coming up. SummerSlam is hitting us this week. So we got that going
annual
on.
SummerSlam.
Yeah, how about that? So that should be fun. How many matches are there?
There's 8 matches.
8 matches. There's got to be
Yes.
more than that, isn't there?
There's no. I don't have any news on the pre-show stuff yet, but from what I know, it's 8 matches from start to finish. Maybe they might add a tag team championship match, but just looking at the card right now, Jeff, it's a pretty interesting wrestling show to say the least.
Okay, so what other matches? Leave the championship matches for last.
Okay. Well, let's start off with AJ against Paige for the Divas Championship. Jeff, what's your thoughts and who you got walking out with the Divas Championship?
I'm thinking that maybe Paige is going to win because maybe AJ wants to go hang out with her husband CM Punk for a little while and take a little break again. Maybe they'll give it to Paige.
I don't really see that. I don't know where a lot of people are getting that rumor about her leaving the company just because CM Punk left. I mean, there's been many different times with other people that were in relationships been the company full out throughout the whole year with their other companion being out of the company. I mean, look at Lita. She was in the company the whole time when Matt Hardy was out in 2005. So I don't know where that rumor is going around about her being pregnant or her taking time off. It's not like she's an old lady. I mean, she's barely even 30 yet. So I don't know where people are getting with that. But with the match, I think it's going to be one of those matches, Jeff, where, yeah, they will get time, but it'll end into like a double disqualification. But in the end, I do see AJ walking out still with the Divas Championship.
You think so?
Yeah. It's something where you can have the feud go a little bit longer. I mean, I know there's people that want to see them wrestle. They're probably the best two women wrestler they got on the roster. So give it time. Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting battle to see. Sometimes I just get bored with the women matches.
Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from. It's just, I mean, when you get two hot chicks like that and they can wrestle, I mean,
really the only
can't go wrong with that.
Really, the only women's match I want to see is McMahon and Bella. That's really the only women's match I want to see, to tell you the truth.
Uh-huh.
You know, I mean, come on, that's what everybody. Who cares about the other one?
Well, let's get into that one. Stephanie against Brie Bella. You know, these two have had a personal issue even after last year's SummerSlam with all of Stephanie's issues with Daniel Bryan. Her calling Brie Bella selfish and only caring about herself. You still got Nikki on her side. And for some reason, Triple H is on Stephanie McMahon's side during the match. So, Jeff, what's your thoughts on that match and who you see winning that one?
Okay, one or two things are going to happen. Okay, I've been thinking about this. The twins are going to come out together, and at one point in the match, they're going to switch. And
Twin magic.
Yeah, Stephanie McMahon's going to get her butt kicked. Or the Bellas are going to come down together. And who's the other Bella? The sister? That's not
Nikki.
Nikki is going to jump over to the Authority and help McMahon beat up her sister.
I can see that.
You like that thought?
I can see that. I mean, Stephanie did make a lot of good points. Brie does come off as selfish and only worrying about herself and stealing the spotlight from her sister because her husband was in the main event of WrestleMania this year. Even though I want to know why Nikki would be jealous of that. I mean, her boyfriend is John Cena after all. But yeah, you make a lot of good points, Jeff. I would go with Stephanie McMahon winning due to Nikki Bella turning on her sister.
How crazy would that be, huh?
Yeah, that would be a monkey wrench. Who knows? Maybe that feud could lead into a Divas title if either Nikki or Brie take the title off of AJ.
Yeah, and then they're probably going to have the WrestleMania show, Nikki versus Bella. Boom, for the title.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sister versus sister, first time ever, this and that. You know what I mean? And then tomorrow, and then on Monday Night Raw, they can officially welcome Nikki to the corporation. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's how crazy would that be, man? Talk about getting some ratings for the show. There you go. Come on, me and Josh can write for freaking WWE. Just give us a chance.
Next one here, Jeff. This could be an interesting match. We got The Miz defending his Intercontinental Championship against Dolph Ziggler. Who do you got in that match?
I so want Ziggler to win. And I want Ziggler to cut or break freaking Miz's nose. To hurt the moneymaker. Break the moneymaker in half.
Yeah, you make a lot of good points. One thing I find ironic, though, with this match is the last time The Miz was an Intercontinental Champion, he beat Rey Mysterio in Los Angeles at SummerSlam 2012 and gave Rey Mysterio a concussion during that match. And you probably know, Jeff, that Dolph Ziggler's had his issues with concussions. But I'm really looking forward to the match. I think it'd be a funny thing with him being the new heel and all. and then him losing in Hollywood. I think it's going to be a short title ring, and I'm actually going to go with Dolph winning that one.
Yeah, I hope Dolph wins, and that should be it. He loses in front of his wife, his friends, his family, Hollywood, his dogs. That would be great.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah, I think that's
Plus,
what needs to happen.
He didn't have good guys and bad guys winning.
No.
Let's do the next one here.
All right.
We got Dean Ambrose against Seth Rollins in a lumberjack match.
This match here is a little tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Because he could possibly, Seth Rollins could possibly win the championship that night too.
Yeah, you make a lot of good points with
that
one.
that match is tricky
there's
right
questions if Brock Lesnar's going to stay after SummerSlam, and yeah, you make a lot of good points there, Jeff.
I don't. We'll get to that one when we get there. But if either one of those guys, say Lesnar or Cena, get knocked out and get pinned and stay on the ground like that, and the other guy wins, or both of them are hurt, Seth Rollins can come right out, do a curb stomp really quick, and boom, pin the guy and be the new champion. Watch out for that really quick, because I don't think that Triple H wants Brock Lesnar as the champion. I think he just wants to beat the crap out of Cena, make him hurt, either win it and be hurt himself and have somebody come out and pin him have Rollins come out and pin him really quick and have it go to the corporation, or they let Cena win, and it just depends on what's going on.
It's gonna be an interesting match. I think when it comes to Ambrose and Rollins, the reason why there was no
Shut the hell up. I think I'm gonna take Ambrose in that one.
Ambrose and Rollins, the reason why they didn't have their match in background was because it was just going to be a brawl, and it would end into like a disqualification or whatever. That's an interesting thing with the Lumberjacks, because you know how the Shield took out the whole roster when they were with the Authority and all that. I could see Ambrose winning this one, and then the month after at Night Champions, they could put Rollins' briefcase on the line.
Well, the whole WWE roster don't like either one of those guys, right?
No, they could beat the hell out of them.
Both of them, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of a fair match for both of them, isn't it? Neither one of them can run away, and if you go outside, both of them are going to get beat up.
Good thing they can't run away this time. So
Yeah.
With that reason, I think it'd be fine with Dean Ambrose winning, and Seth Rollins wouldn't lose any momentum because of it.
No, because
I think
he's
this
got
kind of a feud, Jeff, that would probably go for the rest of the year.
Yeah, because he's got the briefcase, so he won't have to worry about that. So he could actually lose and not hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Let's move on to the next one here. We got Rusev against Swagger in the flag match.
Oh, God.
Good old USA versus Russia match.
That's going to be, I hope that's like in the middle, because that's going to be perfect time for me to run inside and make myself a quick meal.
Oh, no. Come on, man. This is one of those old school USA storylines.
I know, but it'll be a perfect timing for me to, I'll either do it during the Divas match or championship match, or I'll do it during that. Depends on where they fall in the lineup. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll give it to AJ and Paige for that one. The thing with this match is I got an interesting scenario that could work, Jeff. I could see Rusev winning the match, and then after the match, like shoving down the Russian flag down Jack Swagger's throat, so Swagger would be like out of action for a month. Then you got Night of Champions at the next month. You have Rusev beat Sheamus for the title. They could have the rematch on Raw, on SmackDown during that time period. And then when Jack Swagger comes back, you could have an actual feud that is for something on the line.
Why are they gonna make Jack Swagger take a vacation?
Well, not a vacation. Sometimes when they are like confused with a certain direction to take a storyline, and they want to add the title into that storyline, it's a quick way to write the guys off of TV, and just give it more time to build. And then I think it would make sense. I mean, Sheamus is not really doing much with the U.S. Championship, and Rusev is perfect for that guy to win the U.S. title and shove it to all the fans' face.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the way they're going to go with it eventually. Is Sheamus fighting Sunday?
What happened?
Is Sheamus fighting on Sunday?
Who, Swagger or Rusev?
Sheamus.
Sheamus is not fighting. He's not in the match right now.
He's not in a match right now, but that could change, right? And,
Yeah.
And there's no tag team title match either, is there?
No, not that I know. I think that might be added on the pre-show.
See, that's ridiculous. But who else is a tag team for them to challenge, right?
I mean, you got Ryback, you got the Nation of Domination. You can use Rowan and Harper. There's
Well, they
a new
beat
tag
them all.
team now with Big Show and Mark Henry.
They beat them all except for those two guys, Big Show and Mark Henry.
Yeah.
Maybe on SummerSlam, Big Show and Mark Henry come out and challenge those two, and you get a match, an impromptu match, so to speak.
Let's do this last one before we get into the update, Jeff. Roman Reigns against Randy Orton. I'm looking at this being the eye test for Roman Reigns. I mean, he's been having some solid performances by his own on Raw, but I think here's the test because he's not taken away with the commercial breaks during the match. It's live action, a 15-minute match with Randy Orton. Say what you want about him, but if you can't have a good match with him, I don't think he's the next guy as everybody makes him out to be.
Yeah, well, he's gonna. I believe he's gonna have a good match with Randy Orton because this is his test, and I believe that they're gonna have him win it to prolong this Randy Orton Reigns thing to make him more of a babyface.
Yeah, you make a good point. I think I probably see this feud going a little bit longer, not throughout the rest of the year. But, I see Roman Reigns winning the match. I just don't know where people are rushing to seeing him against Triple H next month. You know, it's a championship-themed pay-per-view. Why would you have a grudge match between Reigns and Triple H on Night of Champions?
Well, I don't think Triple H is going to do it. I think he's going to probably go against Randy Orton again. You know what I mean? Have this whole feud keep going for another month or two against him and just those two. You know?
Yeah,
because that
could work.
You know, and him just beating Randy Orton most of the time. You know, as long as he beats Randy Orton most of the time, he'll still be able to stay a babyface. And then you make your push. You know, because what's going to happen, I think what they're going to end up doing is Rollins is going to end up with the WWE belt and all that, and here comes the babyface Roman Reigns to take it from him.
Yeah, you got to give it time. I mean, I think that's the issue what Daniel Bryan ran into. Like, they just went quickly with the momentum with him, and then he won the title, and then it's like, okay, what else can we do with you?
Right.
So, yeah, I agree with you, Jeff.
Right. All right, so we're going to run to our final update of the day. This update is brought to you by Keurig.coffeemachines.com. For all your coffee products, you're looking for a coffee machine, you need coffee, you need tea, head on over to KeurigCoffeemachines.com. Brewing perfection, one cup at a time. That's KeurigCoffeemachines.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the last update of the day.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank you, everybody. 32 minutes past the hour. Final update, August 15th, 2014, Friday. In the NFL preseason, last night, the Chicago Bears scored 13 unanswered points in the fourth quarter to take the game 20-19 against the Jaguars. Games for tonight, you got the Eagles at the Patriots. That kickoff is going to be starting real soon. Titans at Saints, Lions at Raiders, and the Chargers taking on the Seahawks. And the Eagles-Patriots game on NFL Network, Chargers-Seahawks is also on NFL Network. Tomorrow's games for the NFL preseason. NFL Network, the Packers at the Rams. Also another game on NFL Network. It'll be the Ravens taking on the Cowboys. Other games that are not played on the NFL Network, you got the Giants at the Colts, the Jets at the Bengals, Bills at the Steelers, Dolphins at the Buccaneers, Falcons at the Texans, Cardinals at Vikings, Broncos. That's another game that'll be on NFL Network. They're going to be taking on the 49ers. This is Sunday's games. And the other game, NFL on Fox, is going to be the Chiefs taking on the Panthers on Sunday. And then Monday Night Football on ESPN, it'll feature the Browns taking on the Redskins. NFL news to report, on Tuesday, the Cleveland Browns are expected to be naming their starting quarterback. Will it be Johnny Football? We shall see. In Major League Baseball, let's get to the games right now. The Nationals have a 1-0 lead against the Pittsburgh Pirates. They are threatening for more runs with the bases loaded. Cubs at the Mets right now, top second. No score in that game. Cubs are threatening against the Mets. Diamondbacks at the Marlins, 3-2. The Diamondbacks lead after 1 inning of play. Interleague play, the Athletics taking on the Braves. Padres at the Cardinals. Reds at the Rockies. Brewers taking on the LA Dodgers tonight. And the Phillies are at the Giants. In the American League, here are the games. Top third, it's the Orioles taking on the Indians. No score in that game. Mariners at the Tigers. Right now it's 0-0 between Seattle and Detroit. Astros at the Red Sox. No score in that game. Houston has first and third with 1 out. The Rays have struck for 2 runs against the Yankees in a pivotal series down in St. Petersburg, Florida. 2-0. Other games, you got the Angels at the Rangers, Blue Jays at White Sox, and the Royals taking on the Twins. For your update, I'm Sean Mann. When we come back from Sports World Radio, we got the Rat Bastard of the Week and plenty more sports talk and also WWE talk. You're listening to SportsWorldRadio.com. This update was brought to you by Keurig.coffeemachines.com.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell say at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. We do this show each and every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. in the East, 3 p.m. in the West. And if you live in the Central,
5.
Figure it out.
5.
He
What?
beat me that time, 5 p.m. on the Central.
What, do you live in the
Like
Central
King
there,
Kong
Josh?
Bundy,
What
5.
do you live in the Central there, Josh? Huh? Josh, what do you live in the Central or something?
Yeah, I live in the Central, the
Yeah.
best part of the country.
You live, yeah, right, where it's windy all the time. Yeah, right.
Take a break.
Okay, you love living in that wind, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure you do, you rat bastard.
On commercial break, we were talking about Skip Bayless this, Skip
Oh,
Bayless
don't start
that.
me with
Jeff's
Skip
just so
Bayless,
tired of
man.
having to put up with it.
I can't stand that rat bastard. Just
Wait.
get away from me.
But Joshy, when you see I hate Skip Bayless on Twitter, you know right away it's Jeff. And that when I saw that, I was like, that is so Jeff. I know it's
That's me.
I already followed him on Twitter.
Yeah, I have a Twitter account. It's called Hate Skip Bayless. at Hate Skip Bayless on Twitter. Follow
Join
me
the movement.
at Hate Skip Bayless. Join the movement at Hate Skip Bayless on Twitter. I'm going to Twitter something to Skip Bayless from Hate Skip Bayless.
How he thinks the Browns and the Cowboys are going to be in this year's Super Bowl. That just has me laughing on the
You're
floor.
wrong.
Yeah, if you're playing Madden, I mean, you could try if you want, but
maybe.
I mean,
yeah,
we all have dreams. I mean, people in Cleveland are dreaming for not only a Browns Super Bowl, but a Cleveland Cavaliers NBA Finals appearance.
You know what? I
NBA
didn't.
championship.
You know what, Josh? I didn't think about that. Hey, Skip, what are you playing, Madden? Those are your teams to be predicted on Madden Super Bowl? No. Okay, I'm okay with that, but not in the real NFL. Ridiculous. All right, let's go back to some wrestling. What other matches we got left?
We got two more, Jeff. I left these two because they're the main high marquee matches. We got Chris Jericho against Bray Wyatt.
With none of Bray Wyatt's boys allowed around the ring, correct?
Correct. They're both Luke Harper and Eric Rowan are banned from ringside.
You really think that's going to stop that?
No, it's interesting because they did the same thing with them two when Bray Wyatt defeated Daniel Bryan at the Royal Rumble, and that was the last time Bray Wyatt actually won a match on a pay-per-view by himself. So it's going to be an interesting showcase. I think their match this time will be a little bit better than their one at Battleground because I think they'll give them more time. But I like the sit-down conversation they did on Raw last Monday, Jeff. I thought it was a little interesting because you usually don't get to see more of the personal side from Bray Wyatt as to why he does the certain things that he does. And it was interesting seeing Jericho there with the suit and everything. Kind of reminded me of him being the bad guy from a few years ago.
I like the way Bray Wyatt does his interviews and all his talking and all that. He's got that down.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he needs to really fix his wrestling. I don't think he is as good as he thinks he is.
Well, one thing he does have over his father is the charisma side, but his dad does have a little bit better wrestling skills than his son.
Who's his dad again?
Mike Rotunda, IRS.
That's right. I forgot that. Yeah. So
Bo Lee's brother.
Yeah. Well, huh?
Bo Lee's brother.
Right. I think that I don't think that he's as good as wrestler as he thinks he is. I think he could be a better wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and with that creepy side that they're using on him, kind of, you know, they don't need to have. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to be that good of a wrestler because he's a creepy side kind of a guy.
Well, you know, Chris Jericho had the first victory of the matches between these two. Who you got in this second time, Jeff?
I like to see Chris Jericho beat him. I really would.
Again?
Yeah, again. I really would. I don't think it's Bray Wyatt's time yet. I don't think it's Bray Wyatt's time.
You think he should give it some more time?
Oh, yeah. I think he needs some more time. You know, you can't. I don't think you can rush these guys too quickly.
Yeah, I'm glad he brought that up because I've been noticing a trend of the new greatest new thing now these days, whether it's sports or music or wrestling, where they find a guy that they're quickly attached to and they already want them being the top guy in the company.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the guys like Shawn Michaels, Mr. Perfect, Bret Hart, The Rock, even Stone Cold were in the business like 10 years before they actually got into the main event spot.
Right.
And those guys like Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, great wrestlers, great performers. Sure, they've done their stick in the indies for a few years, but you need to give it more time when you're in that kind of environment. And I feel sometimes the feuds could get lackluster or redundant because the guys that are in the roster right now already did everything they wanted to do.
Right. No, I agree with you. I'm with you, man. I think they're rushing them too fast. It's because they got rid of a lot of guys and they need more guys to fill spots. I understand that. But don't rush these guys too quickly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I'm only gonna go with Bray Wyatt because I think that's the thing where they're gonna run with him. But my question is, and I kind of agree with you coming from with the Jericho thing, is what would Bray Wyatt do next if he defeated Jericho at SummerSlam and then at Night of Champions? Who does he fight against next?
Correct. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, they can keep this Jericho thing going. If Jericho wins, Bray Wyatt can come back for more. Nobody would be shocked. If Bray Wyatt wins, nobody's going to expect Jericho to come back for more.
Plus, the whole time, Wyatt's been giving Jericho the sister Abigail, like, every Raw. Like, Jericho hasn't obtained any amount of advantage on Wyatt since they started feuding with each other.
That's why I think Jericho's going to win.
We'll see. It's going to be an interesting match, but I like where you're coming from, Jeff.
You know, because usually the guy that gets beat up and gets his butt kicked the last Raw before the pay-per-view is usually the guy that ends up winning the pay-per-view.
Speaking of Raw, Raw's in Vegas this Monday. You think we might see Raw Roulette?
We might see Raw Roulette. We might even see Raw Craps.
Yeah.
You never know. Raw Blackjack. You never know what's going to happen. Hey, we're going to run to our final commercial of the day. You're listening to Jeff Escow Showman and the producer of the show, Josh Lopez, on
Sports World Radio.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us. And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to the final segment of Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow Showman and the producer of the show, Josh Lopez, hanging out with you here for the final segment of the show. We got one more match to talk about on the pay-per-view that's happening this Sunday, SummerSlam, and then we'll get to our Rat Bastard of the Week. What do you got for me there, Mr. Josh? The last one.
Before we get to Brock and Cena, I wanted to get your thoughts overall, Jeff, on the card for the show, and do you think it's going to be a good show or not?
What, the Monday after?
No, SummerSlam.
Oh, SummerSlam? Well, if they only got 7 matches, you know a couple of them are going really long.
No, there's 8.
There's 8 matches?
Yeah.
Well, you know at least 2 of them are going to go really long. I figure the Reigns-Orton match will go really long, and I figure the Cena... Because you know what? The longer the Cena match goes, it's better off for Cena, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because Brock Lesnar will lose his wind.
Let's get into that. Brock Lesnar and John Cena is their first meeting since Extreme Rules 2012. I was actually at that show. And a lot of interesting discussions from the fans saying that they want Brock Lesnar to win the championship. But that brings an interesting question. Brock Lesnar's on a limited schedule. He's not on Raw each week. He doesn't even wrestle on Raw. So you would expect the champion to defend his title at house shows and SmackDowns or monthly pay-per-views.
That's why he
and
can't
then you
win
got
it.
John Cena. He just became a 15-time champion. You got people that love him. You got people that hate him. And then let's say if John Cena defeated Brock Lesnar again, and that begs the question again if John Cena's one bearing Brock Lesnar and coming off Brock Lesnar beating The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Well, I that's why they can't give it to Brock Lesnar. He's a part-time WWE wrestler. That's what he is. He's a part-time WWE wrestler. You can't give it to a guy who's part-time.
Yeah, you make a good point, and I find it ironic that a lot of people are crying and moaning that Undertaker lost to a part-timer, even though Undertaker was a part-timer at the same time.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something right now. Okay? Undertaker was not supposed to lose that match. He got hurt. And that's
I heard he called it on the spot.
Yeah, he got hurt, and that's why he lost the match. He was not Undertaker was supposed to win the match, and he got hurt.
Well, that's the thing, Jeff. Though I think there might be a couple more years or a couple more matches for Undertaker. But would you want to go out with being undefeated at WrestleMania or passing the torch to whoever the next guy is? I know a lot of people are expecting Undertaker to not come back after what happened, but I think Undertaker losing, it's unfortunate, but it's like out of his control. He couldn't do any more. He'd probably be risking being paralyzed if he continued on with the match.
Well, if he comes back and wrestles at WrestleMania, it's going to be him and Lesnar again.
I don't know about that. I'm hearing a lot of rumors about Sting. I think they want to get that one out of the way. And then
Undertaker and Sting?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I just think we're going to see that match, just get the dream match out of the way. I think Undertaker might have a match with John Cena, actually, the one after. And then to write him off, The Undertaker will probably take on Brock again and have Brock finally take him out for good. Because I think if anybody that's been in the current generation that closely resembles The Undertaker as far as what he does in the ring and his overall stature in the company is Brock Lesnar.
Well, I'm not a Brock Lesnar fan whatsoever. I can't stand the son of a bitch. Not to way. Plus, not only that, he's a part-time wrestler. And for me, part-time wrestlers do not deserve to win championships.
That's the thing, though. I heard in an interview with Paul Heyman where he says, yes, Brock Lesnar is an attraction piece. And like champions before that, he wasn't on all the shows. But that's the thing now, as compared to the guys in the 80s and now, there is a Raw every single week.
Right.
You could see the champion every single week. It wasn't the case like that back then. So that I can understand that point of view from the fans. It's kind of like, okay, now it's a special moment that the champion comes and blah, 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 blah. But I'm torn. I really am.
As a wrestling fan, I want to see my champion every week.
Yeah, I get what you're coming from, Jeff. I'm just saying that, okay, let's say if Cena does beat Brock, you know it more than I do that everybody say it'll be the worst pay-per-view of the year or the worst decision of the year.
Not unless Seth Rollins comes out, curb stops Cena, and takes the belt from him.
So you would say Cena would be out of action after Brock taking him out and Seth Rollins comes in and cashes in.
Correct.
That's what you're going with, or are you going with Cena winning?
No, I'm going with Cena winning. And then Seth Rollins coming out of nowhere and curb stomping him and taking the belt from him.
So would that
basically Cena's going to pin Brock Lesnar, roll over, okay, and be like, all messed up, get up a little bit, and here comes Seth Rollins, curb stomp, boom, done.
So John Cena would be out of action after the match with Brock Lesnar?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
Go ahead.
It's gonna be an interesting pay-per-view, man. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
I don't want to see Brock Lesnar lose. See, I think the plan is with the Authority is for Brock to beat the living crap out of him, whether he wins or lose, beat the living crap out of Cena, knowing that Seth Rollins is going to come. Hey, Seth Rollins can do it to Brock Lesnar. They can have that all planned out.
Yeah. Triple H made an interesting comment a couple weeks ago saying one way or another, Cena's not walking out with the championship. So I can see that happening. Yeah. I'm just going to go with a safe bet. If we're betting on this pay-per-view, I'll probably go with Brock. But at the end of the day, it wouldn't be the right decision for right now.
No, and you know what? As a stockholder in the WWE, I'd be pissed off if Brock Lesnar wins it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's a stockholder talking right there, WWE.
Yeah, it wouldn't make much business sense.
No, it wouldn't. Not at all. Not at all. All right, so we're getting out of here in a little bit. Let's get to our Rat Bastard of the Week.
All right, Sean, let's start it off, man.
Oh, the Rat Bastard of the Week. I wonder if Jeff would want to go with Skip Bayless for making negative predictions.
There's been a bunch of Rat Bastards this week, hasn't there?
Yes, there has.
There has. Has
All
anybody got a list or what?
Encyclopedia Man, what do you have?
I got 2 Rat Bastards of the Week. And they're both from First Take. One, Skip Bayless for saying that Cleveland and Dallas will be in the Super Bowl. And 2, Stephen A. Smith saying that the Cavaliers are going to go to the finals.
I kind of like going with the Skip Bayless one. Because that's just...
I vote Skip Bayless.
That just ain't going to happen. Yeah, I'm going to vote Skip Bayless, too.
So we're going to go with the guy that wears the beige suit every show.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Beige suit every show because he doesn't have any other suit.
And he doesn't come up with anything original.
No. And on another note, when you're watching those guys, don't they have a lot of papers in front of them with stats and all their stuff written on it, right?
Yeah.
You know what, boys and
they never
girls?
look at it.
Hey, well, they do look at it. You know what, Skip Bayless? I'm doing this with no papers in front of me. With no papers in front of me. Everything comes off the top of my head. You know why? Because it's stuck in there. That's why.
He probably would come back and say, wait until I get the last laugh, and then I stick it to all of you and say, told you the Browns and Cowboys are going to be in the Super Bowl, but nobody listens to me.
It ain't going to happen. It's never happened. A rookie quarterback has never taken their team to the Super Bowl in the NFL, and if you think Johnny Manziel's going to do it, you're crazy.
I think it's just a disgrace that those two are allowed television time.
It's ridiculous. We're better than them.
Smith is not that bad. It's Skip Bayless who is always yakking away.
He's a rat bastard, too.
He shoots. What do you mean? And he gets. Look, Stephen A. Smith got suspended a week for comments he.
I agree. That wasn't the right decision to make. But this guy is a freaking homer. If I ever see one, he's probably more of a homer than you are.
I want. Hey! I want Skip Bayless on this show so I can debate him.
That'd be classic.
Yes.
Must listen radio.
Because I would take him down so hard he wouldn't know what hit him.
Then it's that simple, Jeff. You go on your Twitter and you go on I Hate Skip Bayless and say, I do a sports show called Sports World Radio with my good buddy Sean Mann and Joshy Lopez and Frank Sprankle. I want to debate you and take you on when it comes to sports. You can say that to him on I Hate Skip Bayless.
I'm gonna.
I mean, it's not like he does anything else but sit in his house.
I know. No, I know. I'm with you. Hey, we're getting the flock out of here. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us today. That's Sports World Radio's 2-hour sports journey. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're taking the weekend off. We'll be back Monday for another 2 hours of sports fun. Until then, my friends, remember, you only have one life to live. Live long, live strong, and live proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable. Peace out, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. For Sean Mann, Josh Lopez, I'm Jeff Escal. This has been Sports World Radio. Peace out, bitches.
Adios and goodbye.
See you later, rat bastard.
Hey, boys, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, didn't we? So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over.